All right, if you're in the market for a air compressor, this one right here is not just an air compressor. Look how beefy this is. So why is it so beefy? Because it has a big battery bank. You're also going to be able to use this to charge your phone, charge your other devices, if that's what you want to use it for. Oh, and it also pumps up air. This is like a roadside assistance. Leave it in your car, leave it in your truck. You use it for emergency services. This one, you're probably going to use this more for camping than you are for pumping up tires, right? Because a pump up of a tire usually requires, hey, I have an issue, I need to use it. But when you're camping, you're gonna have a lot of fun by being able to charge this. And it also comes with a light, right? So it not only is it a battery bank, so you can use that for camping, and it also does your tires. So in order to do different tire modes, it has a couple different modes. It defaults to auto. You just change it by pressing this button as S. Right here, you can go car, motorcycle, bicycle, scooter, and basketball, and then last is other. So right now we're gonna do car. We know that our PSI on this car right here, because we've checked, it's about 33. So this is my son and daughter-in-law, it's their car right there. And oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know it had an illegal function. This right here is highly illegal if you use this light mode. Don't use this mode as a practical joke unless it's on your wife. Oh, you're getting pulled over right now? All right, we're gonna stop that shenanigans right there. Again, let's figure out how to get into that mode. So you got light and then press it again. I think it's supposed to be a hazard, and I would probably switch that to this hazard mode if I needed to be on a roadside assistance, right? They just drove across country, so anytime you leave across country, it's good to check your PSI. So we're gonna check the PSI to see if it's good. Also, another thing that I like to do is I like to see how fast these are. Normally, in all of my other reviews, they do about 10 PSI. A really good air pump is gonna put you somewhere in the 3 to 5 minute range and have auto shut off. So we're gonna test that right now. This is where your hose lives, right? Which I like that because it's tucked out of the way. If you're gonna leave this in your car, if this is where it's gonna live, it's gonna be sleek, a lower profile. Plus you have all of your extra nozzles here. If you're not doing a car, you can do a bicycle pump, you can do a pool flotation, or it has a straighter valve for those type of bikes. It also comes with a quick connect as well right here, which I do like. And I might just use that if I see how that works. All right, we are a little bit low. Like I said, they need to be at 32. 28's not too bad, but if you do get it up to 32, you're gonna have a rougher ride, but you're gonna have better gas mileage. So what I'm gonna do here, since we're already at 32, I'm gonna just let some of the air out. We'll time it to see how long that's gonna take to get us to where we need to go. All right, we're just gonna do it at 25 to 32, so that's 7 PSI. We're gonna time it to see how long it actually takes to get there. So make sure you have it on car mode, and just to get it started, I'm pretty sure you just press that power button right there. And we're just gonna let it rock just like that. All right, so to go about 7 PSI, that took about a minute, 35 seconds. That's cool, I didn't start right away, so we'll just round it up to a minute 40. So that took about, I'm gonna say less than 2 minutes to go 7 PSI. That's about on par for some of the faster ones that I've ever done before. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is not hot, it's not heated. You could probably get a couple other tires if that's all you're doing is about 5 to 10, but if you're gonna go from a really flat to 32, it's probably gonna be good for 1 tire. Maybe 2 because of how beefy this boy is. Now, the other thing that's cool is you do have USB-C to charge it. If you have it on USB-C, like plugged into a power bank, you're not gonna be able to run it, but if you do have it plugged into a 12-volt DC, like your cigarette port in your car, you're gonna be able to charge it and run it off that power. Now, in my experience, when you do that, it's actually gonna reduce the time, but 2 minutes, come on, 2 minutes, the portability, you can walk away and it's done. This is really great for having it in the roadside assistance. You're gonna need something like this. In my opinion, I think every vehicle should have an emergency kit. And if you don't have one of these in your emergency kit, then this might just do the job for you.